And good morning, everybody. We are live. Happy Monday from Pacific Beach, California. And it is Monday. I believe it's the 23rd of September 2019. I really feel like fall is coming soon, but not to Pacific Beach. Nice warm.
Right, nice warm, humid.
Kind of humid.
Yeah.
A little bit of humidity rolled in.
Yep.
Rolled in last night. Let me get this on live chat. There's San Diego reader.
There's something here that says drag queens spark resistance in Chula Vista.
What is it about?
I don't know. I wanted to read this article. Something's going on.
Tear into it, man.
Well, let me tear into it and see what they're saying here.
See what's going on. Good morning, Beryl.
There's an article, yeah. Drag queens, page 2. Drag queen story, time sparks resistance. Is this YouTube here? You see these people?
Where?
Right there. Should I read this? See, they're targeting minority and immigrant communities they think we're easier to take advantage of. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, they were introduced to children as performers. So what is this all about? I don't know.
I don't know.
There's some
I have
sort
no
of
idea.
It's a pretty long thing. I don't really want to get into it, but something about cross-dressers. Love them gays. No, I don't know. There's something that happened in Chula Vista. You guys can look it up. I don't want to get into it. So
I don't
something about drag queens in Chula Vista. Something. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but it's something that happened there. You guys can look it up.
Good morning, Harvey. Good morning, Shamaz. Jackie, how you doing, honey? Yeah, it's going to be a beach day. Beach day for me today. And I think Marshall's going to be doing videos today in a separate undisclosed location.
We got a lot of videos to upload from
Happy
Tijuana.
Monday.
A few from San Diego.
Enjoyed seeing you with Terry. Yeah, that was good. Oh, you have good news, too. What's your good news? Good morning, Diane. How are you doing, sweetheart? Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Chris from Pacific Beach.
A surprising thing today was when
Chris is going to keep an eye on you at the Rancho. That's one of my sisters from the hood up there.
Oh, okay. So. But the surprising thing today, since last night, the humidity levels were literally double to what they were a few days ago. When we woke up today, for some reason we saw a lot of RVs, camper vans, Class C's. I don't know where they came from, just out of nowhere.
The hot young couple, huh?
Yeah, and we saw a homemade van, a Class B. So I guess there's a lot of RVers here. I don't know if they're starting to come down or if they've already been here.
Hey, Vicky.
But I haven't been able to see a lot of RVers because Rosie's been just going to the beach. We haven't really been exposed to go to the areas and parks where they're at. But it seems like they're prevalent here. So
well, that's why you got your wheels, I got mine, so you can do your thing today. And if you want to hit. You look really good today, but I sold our 5th wheel. Oh no, for an excellent price. I'm so happy. Okay, good for you. It's time to get that Class B van, Christina, and join that vanning community. This Marshall's always talking about. It's my channel here, but it's fine, Vicky. It's a hipster. All ads for breast augmentation there. Think I need to go in again for a size up.
Oh, size up. Well, one thing Rosie was mentioning today was she's like, I love San Diego and I might buy real estate here when the real estate crashes and all that. But then she mentioned, hey, I come to San Diego for the beach. It's too cold to go into the water in the winter months. So I guess the only option for Rosie is you got to go to Florida.
Morning, Queenie.
Basically, that's the only place that's warm.
Welcome to Florida.
But now that I've seen this area of the country, yes, I mean, if you're a beach person and you want warm water like Rosie, if that's what you're gung-ho on, then I guess Florida's the place. Or what about Texas?
I don't even think in Florida. I've been down in Clearwater when you had to use the electric heat and strain the grid and cut off the grid down there in winter.
What have you tried?
How you doing, Monique? Let me just say hi to some people before you get underway here. Good morning, Kim C. Good morning. I don't know if Mouse Toes is in here. My girl Monique. What's up, love? Hope you're well. I literally had the best sleep I've had on the trip last night. The boondocking is so cherry here in the San Diego area. It is fantastic. And even in commercial areas, I haven't found any problems at all boondocking. It's been fantastic. Good morning, Bella Rose. No, it's Bodie Blue. How you doing? Got the hiccups. Let's see. Who else did I miss? J Money. Hello, Lee. Anybody else I missed? I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to have a good sleep. You know, stealth is the key. And as you boondock more and more, and now I'm in. You know, I've probably boondocked out more and more different places than the average person in a van now, all over the country. And I have to be honest with you, the more you boondock, the more your comfort level rises, and the more you feel confident. Thank you. It's going to be a beach day today, so I got to be looking sharp for over on the beach today. It's a teeny weeny purple bikini day. Let's see. Good morning. I got Bella Rose, the Queen of Buffalo.
Hey, Bella. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Bella would love it down here.
Yeah, I was going on El Paraiso supermarket in Fort Wayne. I ate steak nachos and I ate steak tacos too, and I drink cold Coke soda. That's cool.
And Algodones? That's an Algodones.
No, he's in Indiana now. He's in.
But he's talking about the place.
Valparaiso. I think he meant Valparaiso.
Oh, Valparaiso. Oh, I thought she was talking about the restaurant.
Good evening, Marie. How are you? Yeah, I'm excited to be at the beach. I'll have a hangout there this afternoon. I'm all charged up. My batteries I've not done. I put up 2 San Diego videos yesterday. I still have to work on the cinematic videos. I'll probably start on that this afternoon. I'd really like to try to get some get some fish tonight over here. I haven't had any fish at all. Drive down and meet you. Yeah, that would be cool, Brody. That would be cool. I'm doing good, Marie. Let's see. Let's get this guy out of here. I don't need this nonsense. All right, let's see. Next is November 26th, my mom's age. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, honey. I appreciate that. Like this chat kind of froze up there. All right, there we go. Thank you. Beautiful weather. I guess today's officially the first day of fall, and of course the summer season goes through here through October, really, before it starts to get chilly. Which is nice. Anything of interest in the local rag here?
Oh, well, I'm just looking. Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah.
What is this place? It's called All You Can Eat Live Maine Lobster Buffet. What is this?
Marshall got a hard on the all.
San Diego. Look at this. Largest seafood buffet in San Diego. Lunch or dinner. Free adult entree buffet. Oh, that's a pretty interesting place, huh?
Buy any 4 buffets.
Oh, lobster available for Thursday and Friday dinner only. That's pretty interesting, huh? I wonder how much that is. It's called Hundred Seafood Grill Buffet. You think it's an Asian place, Rosa?
I'm sure 100%.
Probably
100%. They're all Asians, all Chinese that run those buffets. Good morning, Survivor. How are you today?
Yep.
There's a lot of them over there. Great, you know.
But this one has Maine lobster. That's pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah, it's probably little Laugenstein, the small imitation ones. So, yeah, it is Monday morning here. I went up the road there a couple miles, and I tried out Einstein Bakery this morning. Einstein Brothers Bakery. Some of you may have heard of that before, and I did. The other day I talked about it. And I had a real good cup of coffee there, and I had a cinnamon raisin bagel. It was really a good sized bagel, and the price wasn't bad for being around here. Got to be economical with the money.
I think Rosie needs to get more into possibly downloading the restaurants.com app and Groupon, because you can save.
I have Groupon.
And even restaurants.com, you can save a lot of money when you're going 2 people out for dinner to one of these full service restaurants.
The problem with Groupon is they blast you 50 times a day. You know,
right.
Just overloading. I get enough messages in email. Did Elvis get laid last night? Nope, it was a quiet night last night. Like I said, the best boondocking that I did The whole trip, the best sleep I had was last night. I just went out. I mean, like I said, the more you boondock, the more confident you get. And like I said, I originally thought Pacific Beach would be much more difficult than it turned out to be.
So, Rosie, key thing I wanted to mention that you mentioned, we already know.
Jen.
We already know that the water is cold here right now.
Well, to me, it's outstanding temperature.
Right, and in the wintertime, you said, and I believe you, that it's probably much cooler here in the wintertime, and the water is too cold to be in the water, right? So, if someone was looking to be not an RV or snowbird, somebody that's like you, that's into the ocean and water and beach, right?
Right.
It wouldn't be worth it to invest in a place to buy a condo or real estate down here if you know for the whole wintertime you can enjoy the ocean, right? It wouldn't be in other words, it would be kind of useless.
You're going to talk about Florida, but I've been in Florida. We're in Clearwater.
Right.
When it was so cold, they had freezing, and the electric grid froze up, and it was couldn't get any heat. Please ask that why he's banned from his Great Good channel. Someone came in and was racist on it. All I said was so what? I don't know. I don't run his channel, Epic. I'm not sure. I can't.
But
you're not banned on here.
One key question that I wanted to ask you was, if you're a beach person like you and you're into the beach, then your only two options in our country is the southern border of Texas, Corpus Christi or Florida, right?
Right.
Or somewhere along the lines of, I guess.
I would probably go down to Mexico, something like that. Down, because evidently, from what I'm hearing and talking to different people, the highway is outstanding going down to the beach areas. It's well patrolled, it's safe, and there's really never any incidents.
But it still might be too cool on the Pacific Ocean.
It might be, but you're getting closer to the equator down there, so it's hard to say. You have a friend in Florida. It seems to be raining. See, it doesn't rain here. It's sunny 330 days a year. Okay, so that makes a difference. That really makes a difference. How you doing, Scottish Blueberry? Nice to see you, honey. To me, the sunshine is important. And how you doing, Winky? And to me, that's the key, Marshall. Now, Florida can't claim 330 days of sunshine. In other words, 90% of the time it's sunny in Southern California. Plus, like you say, you're in close proximity to Tijuana. You're in close proximity to the other Mexican beaches. I'm sure that down as further south you go, the beaches are like, you're almost on a, is Cuba warm year round? Does it freeze in Cuba? No. So if you're on the same longitude as Cuba, you're gonna be fine. So.
You have the option on the Baja to go all the way down
Island
to go 1,000 miles all the way down to Cabo San Lucas. The Baja Strip is 1,000 miles, right? So wouldn't it be warm down there?
Yeah,
wouldn't it be
warm down there?
Right. So
it's always warm down there, but it just depends. I got to stay on top of Missy Jenn and all that. How's your day going, Rosie and friends? Good. Woke up. The sun is, we had the marine layer moved in. The humidity kind of came up, but that burns off very quickly, as you can see here. So it's going to be a beautiful beach day for me.
Sunny day, sunny.
And I got to take advantage of that. I think tomorrow will be, I think we're going to go down to Black's Beach, which is San Diego's nude beach here.
Yeah.
See what that's like. That should be interesting.
Yeah,
from a reporting point of view.
Yeah, I'm stocked up on my sildenafil. God. And Rosie's gonna go topless.
I better warn the people. Yeah, I never go bottomless. But
hold on, Rosie's planning. She never goes bottomless.
Yeah.
And she always goes topless. But I'm gonna go topless and bottomless.
Oh my God.
Woo! Living the life in California.
Please don't take sildenafil then if you're
I'm stocked up on that. I got a whole stash in the Lisa, man.
Yeah, topless is fine. You can actually go topless on the beach here, but I wouldn't do that because
you can?
in all of California, you can go topless.
But people will be offended, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to do that. I mean, it's you know,
there's children.
Yeah, exactly.
There's families, and they would get ticked
100%. So I would never do that at a place that
there's children and families.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just common decency. I think when you're at a place. I mean, I wear little enough as it is, so it's no big deal to me. But I'm saying, you know, now is really family time is over down here. But still, you don't want to. You see very few kids on the beach. But I would not. You know, it's just common decency not to do something like that. Which is fine. It's not that much of a big deal anyway. It's not like, you know, you just do it. But if you go to a place that's traditionally cool, evidently it's supposed to be quite a hike down the hill down there. So
from Black's Beach?
You know, keep thy boner to yourself. I don't think I would stream on a topless beach. There's no way, you know. I mean,
you would get struck, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it anyway. I don't feel like it's my right.
I think you're invading people's privacy.
I've been in topless pools in Vegas. I did a video on that on the Rosie McNamara channel. I just might get some video of just the experience of being down there and sort of.
Is it even legal?
Make sure
is it even legal?
Yeah, it's legal. Yeah.
No. Is it legal to film on a pub?
Yes.
Yes. Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I'm not sure. You can actually film on a nude beach? It's legal?
Go look at a channel called Sailing Gecko, Gecko. They did a lot of videos on Black's Beach and stuff. Let's see. There's Awesome Hooker. How you doing, honey? Nice to see you. Got Awesome Hooker in the chat today. And
I think she's got some drama going on with Mallory. Oh, there's
Mamacita Hooker. That was just. Oh man, that is one clapped out C right there.
Yeah. What
is that? Like a 78 or 82?
Old Dodge, yeah.
Old Dodge, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
I don't know. Anyway, nice to see you, Hooker. Enjoyed your I enjoyed Awesome Hooker is one of those people I really like listening to her speak, because she has a way of putting things about the community and things that I can really identify with, and I really enjoyed I think you had about a 20-minute to a half-hour thing last night, Awesome Hooker, and I really like that. I really admire the way that you conduct yourself on YouTube. Check your text. Wanted to say hi from the north. Lisa, okay, I'm hoping that we can...
hey, Lisa, what's going on?
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Here's my Harley girl. I'm hoping we can meet up and at least have a cup, have a morning coffee or something with you. Not to be on camera, but just to meet up and say hi.
I wonder where she's been at. Lisa, we haven't seen her in a long time, and now we're in her backyard.
Hey, JK.
What's going on, JK?
Ooh, I'm off to bed. Bye. Okay, bye, Mel. Take care. How you doing, Bunny? What's going on? Bunny Cha-Cha in the chat. She says, settle down. Settle down, Elvis. We are in Pacific Beach. How you doing, Kiwana? I'm bouncing back and forth between all the towns in the San Diego metro area here. There's still quite a few more beaches. There's... Mission Beach, I think, which Marshall was curious about, because that's the place that the Boondockers head to. You're allowed to go 6 a.m. It opens till 10 p.m. I think 10 p.m. at night, and then they chase you out down there. But that's the traditional spot.
So I'm just curious. I'm not trying to dox Lisa, but does she live close to the beach or more in the city?
I have no idea. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
We don't know where, but she's around here.
Yeah, she's around here. So, to me, it's exploring the different places, but you get a good vibe on Pacific Beach, which I really like.
How come you can't see the chat? It's
once in a while it has to repopulate.
It has to repopulate.
Traveling. Yeah. Well, I waited a lot of years to travel, like that last shoot your camera and operating skills. Yeah, look at Tara. Thank you. Have you met anybody else? I have not met anybody else here yet. I was going to meet Life with Diane down here, but she said something's come up and she can't make it. And she said next time we'll do it, and that's fine.
I think that the cool thing about this,
hey Tiger,
about this West Coast region is,
good morning, Tom.
You have obviously you have all of California, then you've got Oregon, then you've got Seattle, Washington, and then you've got Vancouver, British Columbia, and Vancouver Island, and that's where Lion Screw's from, and Justin and everybody up there. It's a very interesting stretch of part of the
Yeah, if you're enjoying the chat this morning, please give a thumbs up on the chat. Thank you very much. So I haven't really met anybody else in the area. I want to put it this way: you really have to either have to be a young person that's sharing an apartment with 3 other people, or you have to have some wealth to be down in this area.
Well,
yeah, I saw him there. Sorry, we lost the chat for a minute. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think there's any issue in the daytime though here. So, let's see. The man we're gonna be fell a few days and fell again because she's in a coma now. I doubt if she's in a coma because you're unknown to me. So I'm sure that that's not true. Money up the yin yang. Yeah. You have to have a lot of money to be in this area.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I'm not saying our community doesn't have money, but this is like you got Audis and BMWs and Mercedes.
This is big money here.
This is big money area down here. Yeah, she's fine. If a name is unknown to me and comes in and then say something like that, it's just, I don't even give it any kind.
So just to let everybody know that for people that say you can't boondock in San Diego, well, we've got away with boondocking
Hey Yasmin, how you doing?
Pacific Beach area, and
I feel the highest level of comfort boondocking here, even more than in Yuma. I'll be honest.
One guy I want to mention, RV Community, Adventure Van Man. For those of you guys who watch RV Community, maybe Rosie's watching, maybe not. He was here along with a lot of other RVers, and they've said it's really hard to boondock here. Maybe it's a different situation in the wintertime. Maybe there's a lot of RVers that come down here in the wintertime, and then the police and security really come down on us. Yeah. But it's not the case now. There are RVers here, but it's not that packed. So maybe it's a whole different... I'd like to see what it's like in the snowbird months here.
Now, what I'm gonna do is one night we're gonna have a cooking hangout. Okay, I think Elvis has some pots and pans and stuff, and I
got a propane stove.
Prepare a feast. We'll find a park somewhere and set up and do a
live stream cooking. That would be cool.
Live stream cooking. We'll do that one night. But as for Marshall's plans today, he's not a big beachite, so he'll be going out doing his own. He'll probably catch up with me later. I'm not sure, but he's got videos to do and upload and a lot of content to put up.
Right.
Tara last night, nice meeting with Tara.
Oh, it was cool meeting with her. Like I said, she's a Wingbull family, Wingbull Mafia sister. She's been watching since 2015, and I'm so glad I met her, and I could see the joy in her face. She was glad to meet me, and I just think it's cool to have somebody in the Wingbull family living in this particular area, which is one of the nicest areas to be in the country. I just love this place, and like I said, I was very happy to meet Tara, and I hope I meet her again. And that's the good part of YouTube, is when people come together, like you saw Tara meeting us, and that's what Rosie likes. That's what she particularly likes. That's the best part of YouTube. So
that is absolutely.
She loves to meet people, and that's the fun part. And when people come up and meet you unexpectedly, like one of my fans in Los Algodones, we love when people come and see us and meet us and greet us. I mean, it's so we both like that, and so I hope more people can come out and say,
Yeah, her channel is called Tara Electra, ELEKTRA, Tara Electra. She's very low key. We found a place that had a rooftop deck on it last night, right at sunset. It was pretty amazing, and I got that in a video. If you've not seen my Instagram, I put up the Cathedral of Tijuana was on there, and then I took what I think is the ultimate Southern California beach experience sunset video with a silhouette shot last night. So make sure.
Does Tara have a Twitter?
Good morning, Nate. I'm not sure if she has a
But
Twitter
one thing
or
I
not.
just wanted to say about Tara is she's been watching Rosie since 2014. She's been watching me since 2015, right around the same time.
There's her channel link. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she's a really nice person, and she's one of those people who watches, but she's kind of behind the scenes and participates from time to time.
Hi, MB.
And so yeah, we're glad to meet her, and hopefully there's more people that can come out of the woodwork. And if you're a Rosie fan or mine or whatever.
Good morning, Ms. Bailey. Nice to see you. And we got Scottish. Yeah, so check her out. She's always fun. She's low key. She doesn't really. She's a homebody. She likes to be gaming and dressing at home. It's always.
You see those two guys over there, Rosie?
Yeah. It's kind of a rarity.
Right.
When Tara comes out and meets anybody. So I was very. She was very happy to meet Marshall. I will be putting up the dinner video on that in the meeting.
And it was cool having, as I've seen, Tara's been watching since 2015, and I've known her, and after all these years, finally meeting her, that was really cool. Finally coming here, so it was really, really a treat. And
nope, there's nothing evil about Tara. She's she's a nice person.
She's never hurt anybody.
Sorry, Steph, that doesn't fit the script, but your script anyway.
She's never trolled anybody on YouTube, so.
You like to drive your fifth wheel over the Mackinac Bridge to deliver, and I'm scared to death, but I need this thing. I need this thing sold. Oh, I hear you. Okay. There are videos of inside Tijuana brothels. Hey, how you doing, Vanessa? Tara is 5 feet 9 inches tall. She's taller than that. She was lucky, little sweetie. That's what I would say. She said, how did a nice girl like Tara end up in a community like this? I guess the simple answer is she lucked out. Let's see. Yeah, just take it slow with your fifth wheel and you got it. No problem at all. That's a lot of stuff to drive behind you.
Rosie, one thing I just wanted to touch on real quick.
There's your answer, little sweetie. So she lucked out. How you doing, Jasmine?
Now that you've seen San Diego, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all know that having a stealth van, like a cargo conversion passenger van, is probably the best to be out or camping. But if you had to pick a Class B camper van, or in other words, okay, let me ask you this question: would you, in a short class, if you had to get if you had a short Class C or a B plus, somewhere along the lines of 21, 22 feet, would you think that it would be, you could get away with it as much as you would with a Class B camper van or wide body here in San Diego?
It'd be every foot you go up probably increases your chance 10% of being nailed.
If you had to pick a Class B camper van, right?
And once you get trespassed from you start. And that's it.
Right.
So,
but if you had to buy a Class B and say you were going to come here to San Diego and spend weeks, months here, or be in this area, which one would you pick that you think would work out to be the stealth, most stealth? Would it be the Road
Trek?
Probably
a Road Trek 210 or a regular van.
Mm-hmm.
Conversion van would probably be pretty good.
But in the Class B category, it'd be Road Trek?
Yeah, it would be a Road Trek. Let's see. Yeah, I've never been up to Mackinac Island up there.
Where's that at?
Harvey, just relax, okay? He's allowed to talk on here. Please don't try to run the channel from the side chat, okay? Anyway, how you doing, Cheryl? How you feeling today? Honey? I had a nice conversation with Missy Jenn this morning. Can I see? I can see it in your face. These questions. I'm fine. To me, I wouldn't want to go larger than a Class B down here. I wouldn't want to. Although people are making it in C's. I mean, if this junkie C here can roll around,
so you wouldn't.
This guy's probably been hanging here forever.
So for
the rule of thumb is, the further that you move away from the beach, the less that the cops care, the less that people care. There's less restrictions. You park it on a main street or a side street and nobody cares. But for every mile you get closer to the ocean, and within that half-mile radius down there where parking is tight, they don't want people permanently parked on the streets down there.
So for you wouldn't go, you would want to stick with a wide body or just a standard Class B. Yeah. Something that would be 22 feet and under, right?
Yeah, under 22 feet, yeah. Oh, Mackinac Island in Bridger in Michigan. joins Lower to Upper Peninsula.
Oh yeah, that's isn't that the one? Oh, isn't that the one that you go over the bridge? Yeah, that's from Wisconsin
Hey,
to
Andrew.
Michigan.
Yeah. I have traveled about 10,000 miles this summer. So
right.
I've been in 2 countries, from Canada to Mexico. There's more travel ahead. It's going to be back into the desert again at the end of the week. Probably down in Mexicali. Down there to check that out. That'll be the last major border town of western Arizona and California. So we'll see what that's like. Thank you very much. Enjoying the content. Yeah, 10,000 miles in one summer. So it's been pretty amazing. If you're enjoying the chat, please give a thumbs up this morning. And I've been everywhere. Thank you, Kathleen. It's amazing what a good night's sleep does. And last night was the best one I've had on the whole trip, because as I say, the confidence is very high on there. So I loved all the site. Yeah, we've done a lot of keep trucking. It'd be interesting to be on Black's Beach tomorrow. There's also other beaches here. There's Imperial Beach, Mission Beach, Ocean Beach, La Jolla, right on up the coast there. You got Oceanside, Del Mar. There's just a ton of places. It's all big money though on the coast. How you doing, Shania? Nice to see you.
So Rosa, I just want to mention a couple things. I'm looking at the top things in San Diego. Have you heard of Balboa Park?
Yes.
You been there?
No, I haven't been there before.
Okay.
That's where the Spreckles Organ is there. That's the largest outdoor organ.
There's a San Diego Zoo.
Been there, done that.
Sunset Cliffs views.
You get the view from the ocean.
Have you been to the USS Midway Museum?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't be apt to go there. Go you Baltimore Clippers. There you go.
Well, my battery ran out.
How's your back feeling today?
Well, I just think that I can walk a longer period of time if I got me one of those what they call it. I guess they call it a girdle. Well, it's not just a back belt, but it goes around your upper body, your torso. And I think you got to buy them on the internet, because my thing is that with the extra weight that I have, when I walk more than 1 hour, I have a lot of lower back pain. And if I were to get one of those, it would help me with maybe that, along with maybe some sort of a painkiller for the lower back. Then I could walk. I could do a 6-7 mile shoot with Rosie, no problem. She knows I can.
Yeah.
I've walked with her, and maybe getting a little bit of a better support, like a arch heel support inside my shoes, and I ain't got no problem. And if I could do that with Rosie,
Somebody asked about the drivers down here, Marshall, in the San Diego area. We have a Detroit. Some people do the Detroit special. They'll be in the 3rd lane from the exit, and with the exit coming up, they'll cut right across 2 lanes to make the exit there. It's the craziest
one thing that Rosie mentioned was, she mentions, I know Los Angeles drivers are pretty aggressive. They are. I've been through Los Angeles as a truck driver on the highway. But I'm still going to say that Houston has the most aggressive drivers. Houston, Texas has the most aggressive drivers compared to LA.
I think. Well, he hasn't been to LA, so he'll have a bird of a different feather.
As a truck driver, I have.
That's where road rage was invented. Was born on the freeways of California. So I don't know about the weight belt. I know that Marshall's undoubtedly lost some weight on this journey so far, between walking around Los and between San Luis and San Diego. So you got to be getting.
If I were to go on a nice, like a high protein, low carb diet and shoot Rosie 6-7 miles a day, I would lose probably 50 pounds in just a few months. I mean, because she's a trooper. Rosie is she's a machine. She doesn't even take a break. I mean, she can do a 6-7 mile run without even taking a break to sit down. So for the shape that she's in for her age, she's in the shape of a person that's in their prime that's my age.
No, I don't have a boyfriend. Angel. I'm more about
Rosie, if you
women.
wanted to run or jog, could you?
I'm into women. Could I run or jog?
Yeah.
I could probably jog about 1 mile or
Really?
so. My knees ain't that young anymore, so it does take a toll. It does take a toll on your knees. That's the big thing there.
I used the famous Rosie line that got some attention from a curvy.
Yeah, I do a lot of walking. I enjoy at my 1 foot in the grave age. Yeah, I like to do a lot of walking and a lot of exercise. They're not a lot of 61-year-olds wearing what I wear on the beach. But hey, man, somebody's got to represent the golden girls.
I gotta say this: when you have somebody like when I used to be a bodybuilder when I was a teenager, and I was in really good shape. I mean, I was ripped, and me and my cousin used to work out in the gym, and I was just ripped. And there was a motivation when you work out with somebody. When you're with somebody, like they motivate you. So Rosie's like a
life coach.
Yeah, she's like the Tony Robbins of the bottom of YouTube.
And
exactly. In other words, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't do a 7-mile tooch. But when you're with her, she motivates you to do that. And so sometimes you need that. There's a lot of people that work out with other people in the gym and a workout partner. So Rosie is like, I consider her an actual workout partner. When you're walking 7 miles, that's a workout. So yeah,
well,
I mean,
he actually has the bodybuilder physique of like kind of like the wide shoulders and tapered down. So I'm sure that's like the classic.
Actually, my body type is there's 3 types of body type. There's the ectomorph, which is the pencil neck geeks. There's the endomorph, which they kind of look like blubberless estate. Well, I don't want to mention his name. Like the really, but I have what they call the mesomorph. I have the Greek god. Like I got right in between and stuff.
Yeah, the Greek god.
I've got the
fortune smile.
What are those guys that throw those heavy weights? What are those guys? What is that sport?
It's the shot put.
Is it javelin or no?
The heavy weights. You have you can throw discus or you can do the shot put.
Well, the discus
or the hammer throw. That's
right.
The one. You know. That's the one that you.
I'll tell you what. If Rosie hit the gym with me, if we actually hit the gym and did a workout series, man, I would get ripped. And Rosie would get ripped too.
How you doing? What do we got here? I missed somebody. It's Scott from Canada. How you doing, Scott? Yeah, Monique is a supermodel. There we go. Yeah, James did lose a lot of weight. He did. I applaud him for that. When will you check your pro box? What does that mean? Your PO box? It'll be Missy Jenn will probably be checking it. She goes a couple times. Say, with Cassidy Hampton. How you doing, honey? There's a beach gal from the beaches of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina there. Good morning to you. Working out would be good. Like to get some video of Marshall on Muscle Beach down there, working it out with all the...
I think a cool road trip would be, if we were ever to do it, would be from Tijuana, going all along the southern border of Mexico and the United States, checking out all the border towns along Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and ending up all the way down by South Padre Island, Corpus Christi, and then coming back up into New Orleans, and New Orleans,
yeah, that would be cool.
New Orleans, and then going right in to Florida and visiting the Godfather. That would be cool. Sitting Panama City Beach and all that.
Yeah, Yasmin, I saw you question earlier about me going on a panel with you. That would be great. I'd love to do that. That's a panel I would definitely go on. I don't really do panel hangouts. What's up, Jordan Blue? I don't really do panel hangouts, but I would do that one because I could talk about the autogenophilia and all that. So different things, because the spectrum of trans is very wide. Okay, from dressing right on.
So, Rosie,
right
since you mentioned panels, if you went back to panels again, either joining a panel or making your own panel, would you go back to drama again? Or would it be? What would it be about?
I'm not sure what it would be about. Probably just putting a link. Probably just sending the link to people I know.
Just an open chat.
Yeah, I wouldn't just post a link in the side chat and come on up.
Right.
Something like that. But Yasmin, somebody I'd really like to support. She's very elegant. She's in the Manchester area.
Okay.
Yeah, they said you got to wrap yourself in cling plastic wrap, and that helps you lose weight and stuff when you're working out. I've seen people do that. Let's see. Could you make an RV clean out video?
Well, I just think that with, the van build is really exciting for me, and Rosie's enjoying herself on the road now. She's getting her beach time. But when we do this van build, it's gonna change my life, and it's
Gothic.
And it's gonna be really cool, and I think that we just need to just take our time with it, and the more time we take on it, like the box that Rosie made for the Lisa Marie, it worked out so good because we thought it out so much. We really engineered it and thought it out really well, and it came out so nice. And I'm just envisioning that inside of the Lisa Marie. You're talking about a 19-foot camper van, and envisioning that, with a little bit of time and engineering, it really makes a lot of difference on what we could do. And I'm very excited, and I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be really, really cool.
Well, yep. One thing I'm going to insist on is that all the garbage be cleared out before it gets to the Rancho, and it's pretty much, it's not that there's a ton of it in there, but I'm saying I don't want to have a garbage, there's plenty of public dumpsters and stuff like that, and public trash cans you can dump through your...
I don't have any, for the record, I don't have any garbage in the Lisa Marie. My rig, I just haven't organized it. I got some stuff on the couch and stuff, but people who say that there's garbage in my rig and there's maggots in my rig and all that stuff, I've already showed my rig.
Did you pay Rosie back from your paycheck?
Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna get to. But again, I just want to make this clear to everybody.
Guess it was up bright and early when the bank was...
Yeah. Before we get to that, I just want to say this.
Me, right there, baby.
I've showed my van about a month ago when I had it organized and everything. There is no garbage in the Lisa Marie. There is no maggots in the Lisa Marie. All that is just a bunch of baloney. And, and I've already showed my van on my Hangout for those who follow me on my channel, Elvis Travels, about a month ago with everything clean and organized. Is it organized now? No, it's not.
It'll be fine.
There's some stuff on the...
I just wanted to mentioning anything that could be in there. I'm not...
Yeah, mentioning right now, is it...
I haven't been in the back. I've sat on the seat, but I'm just saying...
Right now, is it also organized? No.
Before you come up.
I've got a few things on the couch. I've got a few things laying on the floor, but it's not a pigsty. It's not a landfill
Jen
like
says,
people say.
you said you had maggots.
No.
Stop lying. I don't remember.
I did say that the wood floor is got black mold because of the water leak. But all the stuff that people are making up about it is not true. And if those of you want to see what the Lisa Marie looks like on the inside, type in on my channel, Lisa Marie Build, on my channel, and you'll see what I did to the rig and how I changed it and stuff.
Good morning, Missy Jenn. Love you, honey. Thank you for a good conversation.
Yeah, good morning, Jen.
Keep me posted, please, about things going on up there. Love you. I was like a racehorse at the gate at 9 a.m. for the bank to open.
So yeah, let's get to the loan. All right, now everyone knows that I
rush away from the gate.
Yeah, I am gonna pay back Rosie live on the air right now. Everybody knows that I bank at Wells Fargo, and Rosie banks with Bank of America. She doesn't have a Wells Fargo account. Well, now I'm gonna pay back Rosie the $700 that I owed her, and I just got the money out at 10:16 a.m. Here's a receipt. It says 10:16 a.m. 9/23/2019. I took out $700 out of my Wells Fargo checking account.
Yeah, that covered that.
I covered everything.
That covered your board.
Here is the money envelope, and I got 5 $100 bills and the rest in 20. So, okay, here's 1, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 520, 540, 560, 580, 600, 620, 640, 660, 680, 700.
There we go. All right, there it is. You officially became the first person that ever paid back money that I loaned to you.
Show those $700 in taxes. Flash that, Rosie.
Woo! There it is. Woo!
So,
and the extra was for board the last week or so, and of course an imputed interest rate on there too on the loan. So I appreciate that. I knew he was good for it the whole time, so he's all set going forward there, and I'm glad, you know, because accelerating the process for moving the teeth along, like you'd only be able to do it today, Dan. And then you'd be in a situation where you have to come back 2 weeks from now when your teeth settle down.
Exactly.
So this finished the. This accelerated the process a lot, and that was the important thing.
And at the same time, we're making a lot of content here, and now we can go back and...
Yeah. Like I say, I don't really believe, and as I said yesterday, I'm not going to hammer on it, but there's so many people, many of them well-known, big names in the YouTube community that have borrowed money from me and never saw fit to pay it back. Okay, big names.
How many people, Rosie?
I'd say probably 7 people.
Wow.
Over the course of 2.5 years or so.
Right.
Everything from I left my wallet on the gas pump at the gas station on Christmas Eve.
Every kind of excuse.
Yeah, every kind of excuse in the book. But that's life. You know, you live and you learn. I judged him to be a better credit risk than has it been disappointing to me? Very, very disappointing to me. I don't know how people with a conscience just blow that off and just move forward in life. They're to me, they're the real low lifes out there. Okay, they're the real low lifes out there that they can just brush past that. So it's been thousands of dollars.
So let me ask you this.
Over the years,
those people, have they shown their face back on your channel?
Yeah, I know
since...
you learned in your 20s.
Have
not
any?
Really.
Not really. They've kind of disappeared into thin
air. Yeah, for the most part. So.
Right.
I did charge interest on top of that. I got it. Sub to your channel and growing. Stay pure in your heart, even though you look like. I don't know what that. I'm going to take one of my allergy pills.
You're kind of getting stuff.
There's something in the air down here that is a nightmare to me. It's I think it's these damn trees down here.
Yeah. So I just want to thank Rosie for loaning me that, because it really expedited the process to get me out of roasting in the desert, getting my teeth done, and also, like I said, coming here, we're killing 2 birds in 1 stone, expediting the process of my tooth work, and then making all this great content in San Diego and in Tijuana, and hopefully again in Tijuana and more in Mexico. So it was a win-win situation. And Rosie is, yeah, you're right. You guys are right. I'm lucky that I have Rosie in my life as a friend. There's not a lot of people out there like Rosie in this world that have a good heart and that want to help people. And yes, I am lucky that I have Rosie in my life. I thank God that I have Rosie in my life, and everybody loves Rosie, but this is one of the reasons why. You know, when you need something, she'll be there for you no matter what, and that's how it.
And it's been a two-way street. There's like I said, it doesn't often see the light of day because he doesn't bring it up, and I don't bring it up too often, but. There's things that he's done, and when he has money in his pocket, he doesn't mind springing for a meal. I kind of hate to see him spend money, though, so I try to do everything very cheaply to sort of set the standard that I don't want to, you know, as a nomad and things, you want to live very cheap. You don't want to go to $100 for 2 people restaurant for an evening or something. It doesn't make sense. So I've learned a lot about boondocking. From him, how to do it safely, what you should do when you check out, what do you do when you go into a new town, how do you assess within an hour or so whether it's going to be doable or what the situation is. So I really like that. There's a lot of things I've learned. I don't know many people that have boondocked for basically been a nomad in their van for 4 years on here.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about Nomadic Fanatic, and he's stepped up to various size RVs and things. But this summer, there's nobody that's traveled more than we have. I think in the RV.
And what I've done in 4 years, I've been in urban areas, which is much more difficult when you're getting run out from parking lot to parking lot than being out in BLM land. So what I do is the most difficult kind of camping, because you don't know when you're gonna get
like
that
I
knock.
said, I can't see myself sitting up in South Dakota on the plains and enjoying that. I don't have anything against Mike living free. He's still friendly with me. We're friendly with each other.
Right.
But people have different interests, and
We're
I
urban.
can't fault people. But for me, everything I want is in the urban area.
Exactly.
All the services, all the ethnic restaurants that you can want, the sites. If you want to do sightseeing, you want to, you want beaches and things like that. So, this is cash. Give backs is scripted. Come on, God, it's not scripted. He just showed you the receipt from 1037 this morning. If you think I can give somebody $700, I'm sorry. That's not my nature to do that. The last big donation I did was $1,000 to breastcancer.org when Dave or Becca dummied up that donation to breast cancer.
Well, for those of you that say that I'm not making money on YouTube, you can go to Social Blade. What is it? Socialblade.com, and it will give you an estimate of what I'm making online on YouTube, and you judge what I'm making. And I am making more money on YouTube now than I used to before, and I'm proud of that. And that's how I was able to pay Rosie back, and that's the bottom line. And
I didn't have to wait a month or forever.
This money just didn't come out of grow from trees. This money it took for me to make it on the YouTube and AdSense, and you can see what I'm making on Social Blade. So
yeah, I understand.
Go check for yourselves.
You know, Kit and Kat, that's the philosophy I've adopted now, that Marshall's a better credit risk than 90% of the people in the community there, and I just don't do it anymore. You know, the last thing, I got burned again on the Ginger No Soul when I bought $150 of medical supplies off of her list after her surgery. Why? Because I'm a sucker, I guess. But now my rule is, unless I see you on cam and you're cammed up, and if you're asking for things and you're a real known person in the community, short of that, there'll be no more donations or
you're going to require evidence or proof?
Yeah, require evidence, real evidence.
Like what, Rosie?
Proof.
Like what?
Like I want to see the person on cam, on a public hangout, asking and describing their situation, number one.
Right.
Okay. Number two, it's got to be a person that's known to me in the community. Okay.
Do they have to show evidence of what they're?
Yeah, they have to show. They would have to show evidence, and then then that would be a different story. Because I'm tired of being burned.
Right.
I can't afford to have lost the money I've lost over the years here on YouTube. Okay, and I can't do it anymore. Yeah, I'm a soft touch for people when it comes to situations like that, and that just sucks. I had no choice to pay if you would have gone. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's right, James Kirk. I wouldn't have done a van build if Marshall said, you know what, I'm not paying you back. I would have just put it in gear. And
what is this guy? Marshall had no choice to pay Rosie back. If not, he wouldn't be going to the Rancho to do the van build.
No, if somebody it has nothing to do with the van build. If somebody loans you money, a loan, you have to pay it back. A gift is something different. Rosie never gifted me the money. It was a loan.
Right.
I knew I was going to get paid, and I was going to pay her back, and that's it. It has nothing to do with the van build. Absolutely nothing to do with that. That's a whole different subject. When somebody loans you money, you're supposed to pay it back. If it's a gift, you don't pay it back. This was a loan.
People take kindness as a weakness. So, I agree. And to me, what Ginger No Soul did is the ultimate. People can talk about grifters, this guy Ridge Runner, and these people.
Right.
They don't know the definition of grifting. If you have a YouTube channel and people give you tips or donations, that's not grifting, okay? But when somebody comes on and pretends that they have cancer and pretends that they have an injury, that workers' compensation's delayed, and then they put up a list of items on Amazon, you buy the items, and they just take delivery and then send them back and convert it to cash. That's grifting to me. Okay, that's being a true grifter to me. All right, that's the way I feel about it. That's a POS. Will we see? Well, we saw the payback one. Nobody's second guessing it. Find a way to get that money back. I don't think so, Gothic. Like I said, I'm not here to put money into the van build. I've said continuously from the beginning that I don't mind dedicating my labor to it, but the money will dictate the build. That's it. That's all it can be. The main thing is the gutting it, cleaning it.
Yeah, the main heart of the van build is building a nice waterproof floor and having a nice bed frame to put a mattress on. That's not going to cost a lot of money. The wood doesn't cost a lot of money and stuff like that. It's just the planning of it, the engineering it, the measuring, the cutting of the wood. That's going to take some time, but the van build itself doesn't cost a lot of money. Wood and flooring doesn't cost a lot of money. So,
the real money is labor when you do things. It's
the time.
Not really materials, but I don't like to do things cheaply.
Right.
I like to consider the person that's living in the van or doing whatever, and the box, like on the generator's engineered so it's easy to, you shouldn't have to take it out that often,
and the valuable thing that Rosie has to offer is, number one, she's got a place that I can stay while we're working on the van, because you got to take everything out and clear it out. She's got the tools. Everybody knows that Rosie is handy. So that's the valuable thing that she has to offer, is a place to stay, the tools, the labor that's going to go into it, and then, the time. And she's very handy. She's very crafty. I mean, you guys saw how she made this box for the generator. So it's not the money for the van build that's valuable that Rosie has to offer. It's all those other things. Like I said, she's handy. The tools, the place, the time.
Yeah, because I won't put money into
exactly, and it won't cost a lot of money as far as what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to get a $1,000 watt, 3,000 inverter. I'm just doing the carpentry work is what's essential. The floor, the bed, maybe making a dinette, redoing the kitchen, the carpentry work, the time that goes into that, and.
I do. How you doing, Brandon? What's going on? You'll be doing grunt work on our property. Yeah, there's things that we're going to ask Marshall to do on there, and I'm quite sure he'll do them. It's not going to be 8 hours every day. There'll just be certain jobs to be done, and when they're done, they're done. Rosie, you have steady work? I do have steady work. I have too much material now. People are always asking to send me stuff. Yeah, I'll have to change out the sprinkler heads on the sprinklers. It's not grunt work, it's just and I think he'll do that with a good heart and a good spirit, because he'll enjoy being with Missy Jenn and all that kind of thing. Back will hurt too much. So yeah, I do have I got a lot of work backed up right now. I want to be able to do that over the holiday season, to work that in with the van build too. I hit up your PayPal. Oh, thank you, Friction. Very sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much, sweetie. Get you some water. Thank you.
That's one of my trolls. What is he saying? That's one of my trolls.
So if you're making money, Marshall, then why are you always crying and e-begging on YouTube?
Well, first of all, I've already said that my opinion of people that say e-begging, whether it's GoFundMe, PayPal, Super Chat, everybody's doing it. I might be more aggressive asking for it than other people, but the bottom line is, every YouTuber out there has a PayPal. I mean, you take a guy like Camper Van Kevin. He's a nice religious guy, and he doesn't ask, but he's got the PayPal up. So if people want to criticize me for being being aggressive with it, then that's their opinion. But at the end of the day, everybody's got a PayPal. Every YouTuber out there that's in the RV community, that's a nomad, most of them have a PayPal. Most of them have a PayPal. So
Scarlett, do you produce content on YouTube? Let me go to do you produce content, Scarlett, on YouTube? She said I don't she said I've never asked or begged for anything. No, so you don't make content. So for me, you know, if you're making content, if people want to support that, no, I would never beg. That's not my style to do that.
I look at it.
You know, I'm not gonna harangue people, because I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I do get a level of good support on here, and I don't feel it's necessary. I feel like if you're putting up content, then you can hold your head up high, and if people want to support that, that's fine.
And to answer,
yeah, I'm just saying, but it doesn't make any difference, Scarlett. I mean, if you're producing content, you know, that's the thing, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, Scarlett, but it's one thing to come on if you don't produce content, and I don't want to, you know, rag on, you know, Bergs is starting to produce content now, but unless you're doing something to take somebody someplace or demonstrate something, cook something, do some content on your channel, then I think that's a different story. And people will judge you. How cheap do you live? How low profile do you run it? Do you squander money, or do you are you very careful with your money? That's the thing.
People can say, for example,
yeah, that's fine, Scarlett. I'm in agreement with you. I don't like the fact that Elvis does that, but then again, it's his. You know, he's managed to support himself for 4 years out here and doing the thing that he does. So I can't really.
People say online, or like these people, they want to talk about fan fundraising, whether it's super chat, PayPal, GoFundMe, or whatever. And you know, if you just rely on AdSense and completely eliminate, if I would have just relied on AdSense and completely relied on that for the past 5 years, I wouldn't have gotten as far as I've gotten and made as much money as I've had.
Well, Christina asked a question decently phrased. What are you going to do when PayPal dries up? How are you going to survive? Many of us worry about you can't support yourself. I think he already made that. Let me just say this. At least what I understood is he's relying more and more on AdSense as he moves forward. Yeah, the channel grows. How you doing, Kenny guy?
Let me just address this to people out there. For those of you who have this opinion,
thank you, Scarlett,
that a YouTuber, that's people's opinion, that a YouTuber should shut off their super chat, GoFundMe, and PayPal, and they should completely rely on AdSense, or that I should get a 9-to-5 job. Who are you? Who are you, trolls, to tell me how I should run my life? What authority do you trolls have over me to say, you know what, just rely on AdSense, get a 9-to-5 job, and cut off your fan fundraising? You have no right or authority to tell me that, or any other YouTuber that. And so if I wouldn't have had fan fundraising, I wouldn't have had all the success I've had, I wouldn't have made all the money I've made, and I wouldn't have gotten this far that I've gotten on YouTube. And that's a fact. Whether people like it or they don't like it, that's a fact. And there were days where I was making $500, $1,000 a day on Super Chat and PayPal and stuff of that nature. So the bottom line is, everybody has their opinion. If that's people's opinion, that's your opinion. That doesn't mean that because that's your opinion, that's the way that I should live my life.
I'm not bragging about loaning money. You just said the key word. You donated. This was a loan, Kenny. This was a loan.
This was a loan. It wasn't a donation.
Well, the money for the teeth is finally being done, and that's going to be wrapped up. I would be happy if I donated and saw that finally those teeth are getting one. I'm not sure what the federal government's going to have to do with YouTube. I'd like to hear more about that. I don't know, but I'm going to give you... Oh, no problem. No problem. No, it's not trolls. I mean, I think Christina asked it seemed to me she asked it in a compassionate way. What would your plan be if things ever ran out or whatever? Or God, You know, if a channel got to, yeah, thank you, VW. If a channel got deleted or something like that.
Why do people always think negative? Why a person should look positive every day and say to yourself, how can I get up every day and how can I be positive and get things done? Why think about things that are bad? Why not be positive?
And feel how comfortable it got all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So
Greg says, I enable. Elvis is a friend of mine. Greg, he's been a friend of mine for years. Okay, do I like everything that he does? Heck no. Enabling? No, he's paying his own bills now. So. Oh, thank you very much, Stephanie. Nice to see you, honey. Yeah, you're an inspiration. Good. I like you. Got a good look to you, honey. You need to practice what you do. I've been streaming on D Live. It's much less toxic to me. I've heard of D Live. I don't think anything will ever supplant YouTube because Google controls search.
And if I wanted to be a 9-to-5 ham and egger, I wouldn't be on YouTube. I just shut it all down. I go get a 9-to-5 job. And I wouldn't even be on YouTube. I would just end my YouTube channel and just go get a 9-to-5 job. I wouldn't even be here. So
let's sing it. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, and it's getting by.
So
all taking and no giving.
Again, everybody has their own opinion of what they think. If people have that opinion that, that's your opinion, I respect it, but stop pushing it. Stop pushing it and shoving it down my throat or anybody else's throat. We got your opinion. Most of the trolls think a person should get a 9-to-5 job and just rely on AdSense as YouTube as a side as a supplemental income. Okay, we get your opinion. Do you have to repeat it every day? Every day do we have to hear this? It kind of gets old. So stop being repetitive and just move on. We get your opinion. I get the opinion of the trolls. I get it. Does that mean that I have to live the life that you want me to live? No, absolutely not. I don't have to do what you say. You don't have any authority over me. So that's the way that I see it. That's my opinion. And I'm not going to bring this up again because it just gets old. It just gets repetitive day after day hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. That's your opinion. I respect it.
What's up, Bounty Hunter? How you doing today? I think that they're going to get rid of Hangouts because they don't fit YouTube's core goal, which is to be a video sharing platform here. And they've become a huge source of infighting within communities.
How long do you think it'll take for them to get rid of that, Rosa?
About a year, I think, sometime in late 2020 or so.
Wow.
Because what's the point of having it? I mean, what benefit does YouTube derive out of
the advertisers that are making money on?
Well, if you can get it monetized, you know. But you think many of these Hangouts, especially over the last year in particular, have been monetized with what goes on?
Right, exactly. You know, what goes on there? Yeah, exactly.
YouTube doesn't care about monetization to the extent they care about videos that are going to be watched.
So, Rosie, why do you think that there's a lot of trolls that have this hate or anger for people who have fan fundraising? What is this? In other words, if somebody
you asked the question, why would people get up?
Why are they upset about
number one reason would be a bait and switch. In other words, and I'm going to put it out there, Marshall.
Right.
And this is the last time I'm going to talk about it.
Right.
In your particular case, your first GoFundMe was for solar panels.
Okay.
Solar panels never came about.
That was 4 years ago, and
I'm just saying that sort of set the base of the way people would look at you, because YouTube has a super long memory. I'm just putting it out there. I'm telling you, yes, it is 4 years later and stuff like that, but I'm explaining to you. Now, to me, that sours a lot of people right there, because if you collect donations for a certain thing, this community has a lot of heart. You've seen them come together for major things that have been raised money. These people have money in the community. You say what you might about the drama community, but to me, these ladies have been super supportive in giving. So setting a negative base.
There's good and bad in the drama community. Good and bad.
I mean, but you asked me, so that's the first thing. If you run a fan crowdfunding thing and you don't do what you said you're going to do,
Okay.
that's now people have to absorb that. They have to think about that, and it's going to sour people.
Now, can I address that? Can I address that? You brought it up.
Finish. Okay. So that's number one.
Right.
Do it. And then
you don't want the wind to blow this off. You better.
I think I got it. Okay, thank you.
Put the battery.
Yeah, put the battery on. That. I think it's a major. Number one is you got to be as impeccably honest and straight up as you can when you're doing that.
Okay.
Now that's why I like things like tips, because tips relate to content.
But can I address that you brought it up?
Would I ever have a GoFundMe for something? No, because it's been demonstrated to me that that's the real bugaboo of contention in the community. Not the tips, not the PayPals for ongoing things.
Can I address that though that you brought it up? I want to address the GoFundMe from 2015.
Okay.
I made about $1,500 in one day. Yes, I did say it was for solar panels and additions to the van, but at that time I didn't know how much money was going to come in, and I was desperate. I was on the road and I needed the money to live on, and I did go back and say, yes, I need to live on the money. Did it upset some people? Yes, some people didn't care. Most of those people that donated to that GoFundMe are not even here watching. They're not any of these women in the drama community. None of these trolls that complain about fan fundraising ever donated 1 penny to me, not 1 penny. And that happened 4 years ago. Most of those people that donated then are not even watching my YouTube channel now. They're not even here. They're not part of Rosie's drama community, and they're not any of the trolls that complain about my fan fundraising every day. They're not any of them. They haven't donated 1 penny towards it. Now, I would like to say this, since Rosie brought that up. If anybody has a problem with what happened in 2015, and the only one that I know is the Glamorous Life Cat. That's the only one that I know that has had a problem with that, and she donated whatever it was. She's the only one that's publicly spoke out and had a problem with that. As far as I know, the rest of the people that donated to that campaign, none of them have complained on YouTube. If there is one, please come out and complain about me. Please come out and make a video. Please come out and make yourself known. But none of those people are here and watching. They're gone because YouTube is a revolving door and there's new people that come in and go. So, and I've already admitted it, I was honest. I needed the money to live on, and then I had changed my GoFundMe immediately after that, and I said, look, I didn't get enough money to have enough money to live on and have money for solar panels and stuff like that. And then ever since then, my GoFundMe continued. It was just money for me to live on. So, and I admitted my fault or mistake or whatever you want to call it. That's fine. Now, if people want to crucify me for that for 5 years, all the people that are crucifying me for that and trolling me, none of you trolls donated 1 penny to me, to that GoFundMe. You didn't donate 1 penny to me. And the only one that's complained about it is Glamorous Life, and she hasn't supported me in 2 years. So you can bring that up all you want. I don't think it really affects what's happening in the real time now in 2019. Right now, what's going on? Something that happened almost 5 years ago.
I get it. I'm just saying, but you asked me where does it come from?
Right.
And I just told you. So that proved to me.
Right.
When it comes to things like GoFundMe, I'm not talking about tips and
right.
Just, here's $10, get a couple beers or something like that. But when it comes to something like a GoFundMe, in my opinion, this is the thing. I think you get one shot in life on YouTube, and I really believe if you mess up that shot, then from then on it's going to be very difficult to.
Well, that's not the case because after I made all that money in 2015, I made thousands of more dollars after that in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. People donated thousands of more dollars after that. It didn't make a difference with the people who liked me and wanted to donate to me. That didn't end my YouTube career or destroy me. People still gave me money, and I continued on with my YouTube channel. I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus Christ. I admit to my mistakes and faults, but people still supported me after that, and they're still supporting me. So I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect human being. Only Jesus Christ is perfect. I admit to my faults, my mistakes, my sins, but I don't believe that something that happened 4 years ago affects what's going on now in 2019. I really don't believe that, and that's just my opinion. And those people who have a problem with me, who I don't think it's I think it's they don't want to support me. That's fine. I just don't think it really stems back to what happened almost 5 years ago. I don't really think it affects people.
There it is.
That's my thing, so.
I voiced my opinion reasonably, and I just think, you know, we live, or I won't say die, but we live with the consequences of everything. So I mean, it is 4 years later. And let me ask you this: that's just like the legacy base. You know, are you the first one that's ever had a GoFundMe that's gone awry? No, I mean, we did Amanda May's Barbie that blew up and turned into a nightmare that lasted a year, and at the end of it there wasn't anything to show for it at all. Was that the failure of the people that did the GoFundMe, or the failure of the person to carry
I just have one last question to ask you about this. I've already said my piece. I've just one last question to ask you about this subject. Do you believe that a personal troll of you, not mine, not an Elvis Travel troll, a Rosie O'Kelly troll, have you had any trolls turn around and stop trolling you and actually support you with a donation?
No.
You haven't?
No.
So a troll is a troll. There's no way to change them to be a supporter, or to stop hating you, or to support you in any way. There's nothing that you can do. It doesn't matter what you do. So that's the way that I see it. A person who's a troll is a troll. There's nothing that I can do. Change.
Hey, Sniper. No, for me was what set the base for it. He asked me, and I said it. That was just my opinion. Now I'm a person that moves forward in life and does my thing. That's why I just enjoy bringing content. Would I ever have a GoFundMe for myself personally? No, there would never be a situation where I would have that. Because to me, the sweet spot of YouTube is where I am right now. But you know, if you're doing it full time and you're living the life,
I think
to me it's a free world. You're able to ask for things. But will people step up to the plate?
For the 250 people that are watching now, and probably 2,000-3,000 people are going to watch this, I think the majority of people that are watching you now, women in the drama community, new people that haven't been watching, most of them weren't watching me in 2015. Didn't even know about that.
Yeah, James says remind him that last year he begged for money for his teeth and did nothing with the donations, but How you doing, Eclectic? What's up, Celeste? Wait for the camera. But today for me, that's just a difference of the way we do things. But then again, as I've said before, I'm not going to tell anybody else what to do or not do on their YouTube channel. That's not my thing to do. So that horse has left the shed, in my opinion. So that's the freedom aspect of YouTube.
I think people can microanalyze me since 2014. They can make any video they want about me. They can talk about money and donations. But the bottom line is, a troll is a troll. A troll will never donate money.
What's up, Katie, man?
A troll will never be positive. I don't care what you do. Even if I were to shut off my PayPal now and Super Chat and GoFundMe, they're still gonna hate and they're still gonna troll. There's nothing that you can do to please a troll. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing that you can do.
Hey, monkey boy.
Even if I were to go get a 9-to-5 job and do that, the trolls are still gonna hate. They still find a way to hate and attack my family and hate. There's nothing that you can do to please a troll. Absolutely nothing to turn a troll from not being to troll to somebody positive. There's nothing that a person can do to stop that. Absolutely nothing. That's the way the trolls are.
Married in Mexico. Let's see. That's true, Elvis. This person said that's true. Anyway, he asked me and I gave my opinion about it. Does it affect me? It possibly does, but then again, I look forward to doing things like a van build. But my number one priority remains to bring content and experiences to people wherever it is worldwide. That's fun to me. That's great fun here on YouTube. Living life, like I say, there's a lot of things I don't like about the community these days, but I do the logical thing and just kind of separate myself and do my own thing. And not having panel hangouts
Well,
and stuff like that. I mean, I'm happy.
Don't you think what's going on right? Don't you think what's going on right now? We have a complete travel channel. We're not talking about
anybody.
Agree.
I would say one thing: just because you don't send money doesn't mean you're a troll. I would agree with that. You know, 90% of the people are never going to give anything, but it does not make them a troll. They just don't.
No,
they
exactly.
don't. Yeah, they got their own stuff to support on there. Let's see. So I'm bothered. Let me done again. Yeah, we can change. I'm just about done today. Another YouTuber, carpetbagger, he got death threats. They called his manager job, and he eventually lost the job because he got hounded so badly. Do the right thing and pay cat back. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, it's been like I say.
First
I got
of all,
to
answer that, I want to answer that.
I want to wrap it up. I mean, it's
but Cat wasn't a loan to me. She gave me a gift. It wasn't a loan for any of the money she gave me. Every penny that Glamorous Life Cat gave me was a gift. It was never a loan that I was going to pay her back. It was on GoFundMe. It was on PayPal. It wasn't a loan. So it was never agreed that I have to pay her 1 penny back. Absolutely not. When you donate on GoFundMe or PayPal, it's a gift. And I don't have to pay her back 1 penny. It was never an agreed loan.
Okay,
it was a gift.
Katie. Yeah, I'm going to the beach today. Time for a White Castle burger. Woo! Thank you, Friction. There's a lot of vintage audio videos up there. Tons and tons. Vintage audio listening experience. Yeah, Cassidy, you've been a wonderful supporter of the channel. You're a very kind woman. And you were involved in the Ginger No Soul thing. That really burned me, that one. So, okay, Amy, you take care. You have a wonderful day. Like I said, he did pay back the funds today. I'm happy about that. You might say give a gold star, but as I say, it's the first time anybody ever borrowed money from me and paid it back. So, all right, guys, love you too. Uber, I'm going to go ahead and get my day started. I think Marshall's going to be uploading some Mexico content. Any final words? You're going to be off doing your
final
own thing
words.
today.
I might, after this, I might do my own hangout. Today, I might get another coffee and do my own hangout. Rosie's going to go to the beach. Are you going to go live from the beach?
It won't be till late this afternoon.
Okay.
So
I might do a follow-up hangout on this in probably about 15, 20, 30 minutes. I'll see how I feel, possibly 50-50. I think I will, maybe. You know. But I just think one thing.
Love you, Nate.
Lastly, what I have to say about today
Love
is,
you guys.
I think right now we're talking about the present. I don't want to talk about 5 years ago or 3 years ago or 2 years ago. Right now, me and Rosie are both being positive. We have a travel channel. We're doing travel vlogs. We're showing you guys content. and the bottom line is, I think that the Slack, Mallory Williams is picked up all the drama in the bottom of YouTube, and she's doing a great job showcasing it for everybody. I'm a big fan of Mallory, and I hope you guys can go watch her. And right now, Rosie's in a different world now. It's travel vlog, and Mallory's got the drama. You can't do two at once. It's impossible physically to do two at once. So I hope Rosie stays on this trajectory of travel and gets away from the drama. But Rosie it is what it is. But that's what's going on right now. So I'm going to entertain myself by watching Mallory, and that's all I got to say. And I want to thank Rosie again for being there for me and loaning me this money so I could expedite the process. And
thanks for subbing my channel yesterday, Mark.
Yeah, and that's all I got to say. I'm going to have a hangout probably in about 15 minutes to half an hour to talk to you guys.
I looked last night, we're starting, and he's like, I can't find you. He goes to my name. He's not even subscribed to mine.
Yeah, so please subscribe to Elvis Travels. Hit the bell notification for the 226 watching. Help your king get to 8,000 subscribers, and I'm going to go on my channel. So, and I'm going to let Rosie enjoy the beach. I got a lot of videos of Tijuana to put up.
All right, guys,
so, yeah.
Have a wonderful day. I hope your week is a great one here as we move towards October, and my favorite time of year, the holiday time between Halloween and particularly the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yeah, thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed the chat today. Thank you very much. What's your favorite coffee been on this trip? On this particular trip, actually, I have to say 7-Eleven has been the best coffee that I've enjoyed. Believe it or not, I don't pay up for big coffee. One morning I had the blonde roasted Starbucks. You know, give me a 7-Eleven. Now I'm in the 7-Eleven rewards point. So sometimes my coffee is free when I go in, and sometimes, woo, it's a $1 coffee. So I'm really happy about that. I said, please unban me. 7-Eleven does have good coffee. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being on the Hangout. I'll see you guys later on the beach. I'm going to be working on my cinematic Mexico videos. That's going to take some time to do. I do want to, I knew it was coming, but it did happen today, and I appreciated Marshall paying back. I'm very happy that I was able to accelerate the process of getting out of the desert, because literally today would have been the day that the work began down there.
Right.
And then you have to mid-October, and you know, now the real, you know, you're going to have extractions and stuff like that, and that's going to be a barn burner when that's.
And one last thing I want to say before Rosie gets off of here, I will definitely have a hangout now, probably in about 15 minutes, on Elvis Travels. So everybody watching here, please subscribe to Elvis Travels. Hit that bell notification for all my notifications. I'll be going on in probably about 15 minutes from Lisa Marie. I'm going to get another coffee with you guys. See you there. And thanks, Rosie, again for being there for me.
Yep.
I really thank her, and I'm glad that she was there for me. And believe me, Rosie will be there for any of you. If any of you need anything, believe me, Rosie will be there for you. And just make sure
Did you take a 20?
No, it's all there.
I'm only kidding.
No, I didn't. I wasn't thinking of taking a 20 for a shawarma sandwich or nothing. I had to give her back everything that she gave me. That was the agreement. But
peace out, James. Thank you.
Again, glamorous life. It wasn't alone. It was a gift, and you know it.
We'll address that on your channel.
And one last thing I wanted to say. One last thing with glamorous life. She told me publicly she would give me $800 for dental, and lied about it. And then she backed out on it.
I'm going to the bank right now.
And started attacking my father and my family profusely. And she actually lied to me and lied to the people and backed out on giving me $800 for dental work last year. And attacked my father and family profusely.
All right.
And that's the last. I'll talk about that on my hangout.
On your hangout today. Once again, thank you, Marshall. Thank you to those of you who took time to come in this morning. Mr. Z, good to see you. Can't wait to see you in Las Vegas. Y'all have a wonderful day, and
from Pacific Beach, San Diego.
There we go. There we go. Woo! And thank you, Tara, for taking time to meet us last night, honey. We love you. Take care, everybody.